How's that feel? Huh? Hey, Bears fans, how's that feel, huh?
The best show for Chicago sports.
What they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? 92 yards down the field. Tutty. Beautiful drive. What they gonna say now? Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. As always, a lot to get into on today's show. Got to look at how Caleb Williams and the first team offense looked, how Ben Johnson has this team ready. Also got to take a look at the defensive side of the ball as well. 38-0 ain't nothing to scoff at. I don't care if it is 2s and 3s. What we're seeing from Dennis Allen and this defensive coaching staff is elite. Oh, by the way, Al Harris calling plays in the second half as well. Now, of course, it's only preseason, but I need bear downs in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 8/18/2025. It's 7:06 in the morning. And y'all put the word out there, baby. Bear down. We back up. Hey, 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 hey. They gonna find something to talk about us, ain't they? They gonna find something to say about us, ain't they? They gonna find some way to slander Caleb Williams today, ain't they? Y'all already know what it is. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push the button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Last night was fun. And of course, it's preseason. Of course, you know, I'm not sitting here saying that this is the greatest thing ever. They weren't playing their starters on the defensive side, right? It looked like a team that you should have been able to go out there and handle. But when you look at how Ben Johnson has had this team preparing to go out there and say, hey, look, we're going to have you drinking through a fire hose in the beginning here, but then we're going to turn it into a garden hose by the time we get to the game. I thought how the offense handled themselves, pre-snap penalties. We only saw a couple of setbacks. There was one false start, I believe it was on Drew Dahlman. And I think there was a hold in there, and maybe the hold was on Dahlman. I think the false start was on Luke Newman. But you saw a team that walked in the building, looked like they knew what their game plan was, looked like they knew how to operate their game plan, looked comfortable in that game plan, and methodically matriculated the football down the field. You saw a Caleb Williams who was in 110% control, and at no point did he look like this is a big moment. He looked like what he said all the time, right? Of, yeah, you know, I mean, like, I don't feel the pressure. And we're the ones that are always saying, oh, come on, you got to feel the pressure. You got to feel the pressure. But, man, it was just good to see a quarterback walk out there and say, I need the ball here, 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 and here, and it's going to be on time. Shout out to the finisher with the super chat. Said, gonna have a great day today, boys. Supporting the boys. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for showing love. listen, you can't. I get it. I get all the it's preseason people that are coming. I understand it. And I'm not sitting here telling you that you're wrong for the it's preseason comments or the conversation, right? But what I will say is this: if it had looked bad, we'd be eviscerating Caleb Williams today. If it had looked bad, we'd be sitting here concerned about Caleb Williams right now. Right? We wouldn't be sitting here talking about, it's just preseason. You gotta wait it out. No, you can't worry about that stuff. Caleb Williams yesterday, 6 for 10, a little short, just short of that 70% clip if you want to nitpick anything there. 6 for 10, 107 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 130 quarterback rating. I'll tell you what, I thought the first team offense as a whole, right? Caleb's the focus. Caleb's the one that all of our eyes are going to go to. But I thought how the first team offense out there, Cole Kmet, big catch. Colston Loveland. Remember, we was like, is Colston Loveland going to be a big part of this? Colston Loveland's going to be a massive part of this offense. Big catch. Like, you have a ton of players that you're trying to get all working on the same the same wavelength here. And through this Ben Johnson plan of feed everybody through a fire hose and then dial it back during the game. And again, like all the movement, all of the motions that we saw, everything that we looked at yesterday, that's the vanilla playbook. That's not even Ben getting into the real playbook. That's the vanilla play calls. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And those are plays that I think we could be dominant with if this Bears team really needed to go out there and and go win games. If we saw that same playbook on Monday versus the Minnesota Vikings, I feel confident in that. We saw exactly what Ben Johnson said he wanted to see from this team. A team that was on time, a team that was on task, and a team that understood what the expectation was and met it. Now, were there some plays where I'm sure Ben probably wants it back? Well, of course. Although in a 38-0 game, there can't be many. By the way, Mitchin with the third string, he looked bad. Did y'all peep that? That was crazy yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you. As much of a fall off, I'm like, we're past Mr. Trubisky. Like, seeing the history in the building, seeing the guy who 2 quarterbacks ago was the guy be with the third stringers and just look god awful. That was shocking. That was shocking yesterday. It really put things in perspective. Some of the shout outs I think you got to give too. I mean, throughout the day, it wasn't just the offense looking good. It wasn't just it wasn't just the first team offense looking good. I thought that just about every offense that went out there looked pretty good. Tyson Bagent, 13 for 22, 196 yards, 103 QB rating. He was getting the ball to Luther Burden a ton. Luther Burden and Tyler Scott both having a day with Tyson Bagent. He came away with a tutty as well. I thought he continued to put the offense in position. Now, again, once he got to the threes, it was like, okay. And I said this last night during the live stream. Let me know if you guys feel this way. I hear the distant breathing in the background. Hold on, let me switch tabs here. Oh, there he is. There's Jordan JC. Good morning. I don't know if he knows that I can hear him. Can you hear me? All right, I'm going to give him a second. He's still getting himself together. But there was, look, the first team offense as a whole was locked in. Oh, no, that's what I was saying. I don't know if you guys thought this as well, but didn't Tyson was out there a little long, wasn't he? Didn't that feel like a little bit of a showcase? Didn't that feel like a little bit of like, hey, if you guys want a Tyson Bagent, we got a lightly used one over here. If you guys want to utilize this guy, we got a guy for you. That's how it felt to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. But it definitely seemed like you were trying to show Tyson Bagent to the world versus the three, because he was out there. And by the time we got to like the end part of the third, or the midway to the third quarter, I was like, why is he still out here? I thought the offense as a whole just looked ready, looked confident. Looked like they understood what Ben Johnson was asking of them. And hopefully, you know, that continues to translate. Now, again, I'm not sitting here telling you that it's versus the most dominant version of the Bills defense, although versus the number ones out there, it did look pretty good as well. Versus the number ones out there, when they were in the joint practice, it looked like they were able to matriculate the football down the field, as Joe would say. But it was just a team to me that seemed and continued to look really, really confident in who they were. I thought that, you know, even getting the running game involved, if you want to be excited about anything, look at that offensive line. That offensive line had the running game going. Britton Brown, 16 yards, 73 yards. Now, of course, we lost Deion Hankins in that game. Hopefully he's going to be okay after we get all the x-rays and stuff back. Lost a few people in that game. I mean, Smitty going down was tough. Smitty going down was tough. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get Jordan JC in the building here. Oh, I didn't make a third on that. We'll take that away for right now. Let's see. It's the only thing I hate about this new system. You got to do everything live. We're doing it live. F it, we're doing it live. Hold on, give it a sec. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do is we try to get this right here. There he is. Oh, hey, look at that. All right. Look at that guy. Welcome to the show, JC. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is a meaty Monday for real. I'm not trying to overreact, but this is a meaty Monday. Seriously, I could go for a couple steaks.
Oh.
After what I saw yesterday, I could literally go for a couple steaks. Offense looked good. The defense looked good. I know you just mentioned something about the fact that maybe not the whole first team defense was out there for the Bills. I was trying to see that myself after I kept looking, because I replayed looking at the tape last night.
Yeah, no, it was 2s and 3s.
It was 2. So you feel good, but at the same time, is that kind of fool's gold that the offense looked that crisp with Caleb kind of just, like you said, matriculating down the field, just kind of picking apart the defense. But the biggest thing that I looked at was the efficiency, the quickness of how fast he got the ball out. Despite there not being mainly a lot of pressure, you know, on him. There was a couple of times where they kind of got through, and I believe he kind of had to kind of get out of containment and throw on the run. There was one where he almost got it to Olamide. I think he threw the ball and it kind of came in low to Olamide Ezekiyas when he had a little bit of pressure. But outside of that, he had time to actually just sit in the pocket. But he didn't need all the time. That's the beautiful thing. He got that ball out in 2 to 3 to 4 seconds. Boom. Give it to Colston. Give it to Cole Kmet. The throw to DJ Moore. It was like efficient. It was quick. And that's what you want to see. That's part of the Ben Johnson offense is throw it to the people that are open. Whatever the defense is giving you, take it. And we saw that. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, listen, it was a fun day. I thought it was a very competitive, and competitive in the Bears sense is what I mean. I thought you saw a lot of pieces that. Right, we saw Luther Burden have a really good day, but we also saw
Oh
Olamide
my God,
Zaccheaus, kind of keeping him at bay, saying, "Hey, brother, this is still my job."
bro.
You
That
know what
wide
I mean?
receiver
Like when
three competition is going to be something.
you truly have some great competition happening right now on this team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Luther Burden not just impressed me with obviously the receptions. I mean, he juked somebody out of their pants to kind of go up the field too
hey, hold
on the
on now,
sideline.
that sounds crazy.
He did juke somebody out
He
of their
juked somebody out of their pants.
Well, I didn't know. Well,
What
okay,
is
I
this?
guess. I don't know.
This a 2009 Chicago house party right now? Is that what this
Yeah.
is? Somebody find a wall.
Oh, hey baby. But he definitely has the confidence. It seems as if Luther Burden is uber focused and trying to prove to everybody, like, hey, I'm not a game. I'm not here to fool around. I can do my job, and he did it on multiple levels. The most impressive thing that I saw from him was his ability and desire to block. They even showed it too. There was a couple of times, I think, even on the goal line, the touchdown that Ian Wheeler had. Man, he jammed into somebody and just completely just knocked him out backwards in order for Ian Wheeler to kind of get that momentum going into the end zone. The desire to do the little things even when he's not getting the rock. That I think is what maybe is going to catapult him eventually into the wide receiver 3 conversation or 2 or whatever the case may be. But man, we've got weapons here. There's a lot of weapons that we didn't necessarily see, yesterday on display. DeAndre Swift wasn't out there. Roma Dunze didn't really get involved as much, but it wasn't like we lost it. We missed a step. Now I'm not again. I'm not trying to overreact because again, fools go like you said. Second string defense was out there, so you better look really good against that. But I just love the efficiency. I love the Christmas and the crispness. And then I know we're going to get into the defense as well, but they looked impressive even on their one, I believe, drive that they were out there. Their first team, they dominated right from the get-go. Javon Dexter, like had a tackle for loss right off the back. Hippolyte looked good. I loved his speed on the defense as well. Noah Sewell, that's another competition that I think is going to be there as well. That linebacker 3, that's a constant thing. Like overall, you just love just the confidence and the aggressiveness. They definitely displayed the character of their coach yesterday.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing, right? That we got to talk about. It's not just that the offense is out here balling, but you got to give credit to the coaching staff that we're seeing right now. This coaching staff continues to impress me, and I tell you what, I know we're only 2 games in, but truly in preseason, the only thing I want to see is, okay, what does Ben Johnson do in these situations? What is Ben Johnson's mindset on this play? How does he go about making this work or making the defense understand or offense understand, how to execute this play properly? What's his process? Because to me, that truly is the most important thing, no matter what, heading into the season. If you've got a coach that can put the chess pieces in the right position, you got the answers.
Mm-hmm.
And last night, it looked like the Bears had the answers to the test. We're going to take a quick break here, and we will play a couple of commercials. We got to shout out to our folks over at Aura. But before we do that, shout out to you guys. I need you guys hitting that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. And we do, I don't know if you know this, Jordan JC, I have it on pretty good authority. It's
What do we got?
over 100 in the chat. Over 200 in the chat. Over 300 in the chat. 300.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you feeling? Oh, wow. I got a little bear claw for you. I stand up, this whole show be canceled.
Good.
Hey, man, we'll be right back right after this. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https:/aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. New website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com. where you can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com. He's way too excited. I am.
That's right. Tap in with the merch, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Tap in with the merch. twcbreeze.com. Make sure you stay tapped. Stay tapped so you don't got to get tapped. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's up? There we go. We talked about how the offense is looking crisp, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you guys out there. Now we got to talk about this coaching staff. Ben Johnson continues to impress. I mean, I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about a head coach.
Yes. Since when? Since Nagy. I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna say I was kind of excited about Nagy. I mean, he was coach of the year. I can't cap on that. I was excited about Matt Nagy.
Yeah, before we knew what he actually was, we were excited because he came from the Andy Reid tree. They were hyping him up. Yeah.
I think here's the thing. I haven't seen a head coach that has almost instantly felt like he's living up to what he's being billed to be in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the thing that excites me about how Ben Johnson ran yesterday, how he's run these practices. It's exactly what we were sold on with Ben Johnson. It's exactly what we were told. Hey, this is what this guy does.
Mm-hmm.
This is why this guy's good. Oh, okay. That's okay. That makes sense. I can see that. This is why you should feel like you're going to win with this guy. Like, and when you talk about mindset, Bears score 7 points in the first quarter. Caleb plays 2 drives. Tyson Bagent comes in. The Bears then score 21 points in the second. And then, of course, we know that the play calling became different in the third and fourth as Declan Doyle took over. Still aggressive, just not as good players. You had Tyson Bagent in there in the third. You put up 3. And then you end up with Austin Reed in the building in the fourth, who went 6 for 7 for 66 yards. and you end up getting another touchdown out of that. 19 carries for Ian Wheeler for 80 yards. Shout out to Ian Wheeler, Dr. Wheeler, paging Dr. Wheeler, 2 touchdowns. Beautiful day for Ian Wheeler, paging Dr. Wheeler. I want him to make the team just so I can do that all season.
Paging Dr. Wheeler. That's a touchdown
paging Dr. Wheeler. Paging Dr. Wheeler. We've got a touchdown in room 406.
Oh. That's pretty
but no,
cool.
like looking at how the Bears never stopped trying to score. We were in the red zone to score another touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we going for 40 right now? And then we took a knee. I was like, I wanted the 40.
Ben was like, all right, I'll relax.
But what we're being sold, what we're being told that we had on this team, Ben has lived up to that and more, if we're being honest. I don't think any of us expected him to be the in front of you, or what's the right way to say it? Kind of ahead of what we're going to ask or ahead of the things that we're worried about. And he just says, all right, let's talk about this thing. I think that's the part that probably caught most Bears fans off guard when the Caleb situation went down, or when the anything in the media is going down or whatever it is. Ben's like, all right, so y'all saw that murder last night, right? We're going to talk about it. Let's have a conversation, and then you don't have to ask me any questions about it. Just like, okay. But he's absolutely everything we've been sold on. And when I watched that game last night, I just went, this dude continues to impress.
Look, I'll be completely honest with you. The skeptic in me has been continuously trying to anticipate or wait for the moment where it looks like there's a crack in the armor, whether it be an interview and he says maybe something very vanilla or just cliche like the Eberfluses of the world and the Nagys of the world, like, yeah, everything's going to go smooth, but this is where we're at. And we're like, oh, I heard that before. No, Ben, you can't get me. No, he literally is. He's constantly answering everything with a lot of detail, a lot of clarity, a lot of insight, a lot of intellect. And it is impressing me because, again, this guy has never been a coach. And we talk about, well, a coach when you see one, the real ones when you see it, because initially when Kyle Shanahan got on the scene, it didn't take him long to be who he is. When you talk about Sean McVay, Mike McDaniel, when you talk about the brothers, the Baltimore Ravens coach, the
Harbaughs.
Yeah, like it doesn't take long for the good ones to showcase that they're really, really good, at least in the way they go about explaining things, their communication level, the game plan, the message that they're trying to get across.
I mean, JC, look at this monster
bro,
here, bro.
Stoic.
Look at this guy.
He ain't got time to play with you.
Look at this guy. Right? I mean,
that jawline is that man chewing like 50 pieces of
hey, dog,
I
think Barstool Chicago had the tweet. It said, it was like Matt Nagy. What did it say? It's like, all shucks. We don't know what happened, but we got to watch the film to figure out why. It was like Matt Eberflus. That was the worst loss of all time, but we got to, go to the film because I think we handled it the right way. It was like Ben Johnson up 28. If we let them score even a single time, I'm walking home from Soldier Field barefoot.
That one of my favorite football shows, movies.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. I'm gonna take every last one of y'all out.
Hey, bro. And just the difference in the two. Hold on, I gotta find my picture. You know what I mean? Like
that, man. We got ourselves a real coach. Ain't playing around with you guys. Like from the get-go, it's been, hey, I'm about business. This is exactly what I mean. Like there's no filter.
Yeah.
There's no facade. It is so refreshing. And again, it trickles down to like the entire staff. It's not just Ben Johnson. It's the Eric Bieniemys. You know what he brought. But I mean, when you see it, and I'm sure when you saw it firsthand, the first couple of weeks, where it's like, hey, don't touch my cones. Don't touch my cones. The cones not moving.
Don't touch the cone. Oh, hey, hold on now.
You got the Al Harrises, like you got the Randall L's, you got the Rashards. Like every single one of these guys mean business, and the way they go about their business is the way the players go about their business. And again, you see it on the field. It translates to the effort level on the field. It translates to the little things like the no block, no rock. He meant that. You're seeing the rookies and the veterans really take that to heart.
Hey, I think that's the big one, because remember I said I don't think Luther Burden likes blocking.
No.
And it was like, well, you want this rock, you better block. And Luther Burden was out there pancaking us. Here you go, JC. Here you go. Here's our difference. Here's our difference right here. You know, sacked for the 64th time. He tipped at the office. Am I right? Up 28. Ain't nothing funny in this mud, bro. Why y'all laughing? Why y'all laughing, bro? I'll slap you right now.
I love it. I love it. Don't take your foot off the gas. There was one thing that he mentioned in the press conference that really stood out to me, and I really wanted to make note of it. And it had something to do with the left tackle competition. He specifically talked about, do you think that there was any advantage coming out of this game? Did you see anyone that kind of had a leg up after the game? Because he mentioned that this would be probably the game for an evaluation of who might be starting. And when he mentioned Braxton Jones, or in particular, like, when you get beat, he said, look, nobody's perfect in this league. You're going to go up against edge rushers that are just going to beat you. They're going to, dominate 1, 2, or 3 reps during a game. You're not perfect. You're going to be perfectly blocking for your quarterback. But he also mentioned there's 2 things you want to learn from that. How do I recover? How do I get back to, getting back on my assignment and being detail oriented? And then the second one was the most amazing thing. He said, how do I lose slow?
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, what? Wait a minute. How do you lose slow? So basically, if you're Braxton Jones and you're getting beat around the edge, do you at least push the guy off of his route to the quarterback so the quarterback can get a few seconds more to scan the field and get that ball out quick? That to me, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even if you don't win the rep, you got Myles Garrett steaming down, trying to kill Caleb Williams. Braxton is going backwards because he doesn't know how to, handle the bull rush. Does he at least, knock him out the way, get a hip on him, push him, grab him a little bit so that he doesn't have a straight beeline to Caleb, and he loses the rep, but he wins slow, or he loses slow in a sense. Does that mean that he wins?
So what we don't want is we don't want to we want more of a
we want to
we don't want you to say.
Oh God! Yeah, just don't make it look. Just slow it down a little bit.
We don't want a fast loss. We want a slow loss. By the way, we are over 400 in the chat. Over 500 in the chat. 500.
Oh,
good
God.
morning. 527 in the building. 104 likes on the video. Let's get that up over 200 likes, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. That's the first thing I thought of. It was like, no, you don't want just the But here's the thing. It's true, right? And I think this is the part where I want Braxton to be able to stand in there and I thought, listen, I will say this as well. We got to give him credit where credit's due. I thought he played well yesterday. Thought there was one rep, and again, I haven't watched the tape yet, but I thought there was one rep that he absolutely got cooked on. But for the most part, I thought that Braxton Jones did a pretty good job out there. So I'm going to give him his credit. I thought that there was one time on that first drive where Buddy was 100% trying to bull rush on him.
Yeah.
And he anchored down. I mean, lockdown, like, boom, hey, we ain't going nowhere. And I was like, look at Braxton. Okay.
He's learning.
Okay. Yeah. And as Dan Rashard said, that is a player we can win with. It's not a player that's going to be dominant. It's not a player you win because of. He's a player that you can win games with. Now, what I will say on the flip side of that is, remember how good the offensive line looked in last year's preseason.
Yeah, I remember you saying
that is
on
the fool's
live.
gold. Because remember, last year I came through every day and was just like, we suck. Like, there's not a single offensive lineman on this team. These guys are terrible. And then we watched preseason and we were like,
wait a minute.
Okay, maybe they can block. Like, that looks pretty good. They were protecting the quarterback. Then the season started. It was like,
yep, there it is.
My room. Everybody down on bended knee in this mug.
Yeah, no.
But no, it's just,
I think
it's just like looking at that left tackle competition and seeing the improvements in technique.
Yes.
Like yesterday, I saw improvements in Braxton Jones's technique. I saw a good left tackle at times. Versus, I love how Dan Rashad said it, whatever the heck that was. Basically just slapping Chris Morgan in the face. It was like, I feel like Dan Rashad was like, the heck did they teach y'all over here? Like, what's going on? So I was excited to see that. And again, it all goes back to Ben Johnson and this coaching staff just continuing to impress me.
Yes. The fact that we know that he's probably offensive oriented all the time. You know, offense is his calling card, right? Obviously, he's proven that. Another thing that impresses me is the way he's able to detail the performance of the entire team. Again, as a coach, you have to encompass what everybody is doing. Your hand is in every single part of the core groups and the position groups. Like, it's not just the receivers and the quarterbacks and the running backs. You know, you got to follow up on, well, what are the linebackers doing, the ends, the tackles, the safeties. So the way he explained how great the defense played yesterday was impressive to me. You know, the breakdown of everything that they, you know, and he talked about the word that he keeps going back to that he loves the most is obviously they played with aggression.
Yeah.
And that's again the sign of the players imitating their coach. You know, we jokingly put up the picture of him looking like his jaw is wired shut. Yeah, like
palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He got that look.
I ain't talking to none one of y'all until we score 50 points. Yeah, like it's you're taking on the personality of your coach, and again, it continues to impress me how quickly and how efficiently he is going about his business, and how, yes, there's going to be growing pains with him. There's going to be growing pains with Caleb. The defense has been the defense for quite some time now. I think that obviously the defense is going to be ahead of schedule already because they are who they are. But this thing has continued to progress. Might I say quickly over the last 2 weeks. They've put it together a little bit more. They've been a little bit more crisper. I love the fact that there weren't as many pre-snap penalties yesterday. That was the biggest thing for me too. The pre-snap penalties weren't on full display yesterday like we thought. I know when I saw the live for you all, Drew kept constantly joking like, hey, we're looking forward to these pre-snaps. I think it was one time that Drew Dahlman had a holding penalty. That was the only one that I saw that stood out. I could be wrong, but like overall, it was a very clean display by the line. It was obviously a clean display by the offense, and then the defense did what they did. So all in all, by the way, Tory Taylor, he did okay.
Hey,
I
bro.
wish there was
a few
kicks into the one. But all right.
I ain't seen one good Tory Taylor punt this whole preseason.
You shut your mouth.
Bro, Tory Taylor's mid at best.
He ain't mid.
Bro, he literally was mid last year. He was the 16th punter in the league.
That's mid. That's literally the
It's literally mid. I tell you what. That Bucky Irving one hand over the shoulder catch looked real good yesterday, didn't it?
We got Britton Brown. Britton Brown gave us more play.
Drafting a punter. Kiss my grits. Hey, say hi to the people. Oh, look at you. Oh, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning. All right.
Yeah, that's how we get more views.
Yeah, put the kid on the screen. Loving father here.
Oh, yeah, love it.
Okay. Go upstairs
That's
so you can keep
awesome.
an eye on your brother.
That's
Make
right.
sure he don't roll out the bed and don't wake him up either.
Make sure you don't roll out the
Hey,
bed. And
he's
baby be
already
like,
up.
hey, I'm ready. Good morning.
Well, go in there with him. Well, this boy probably done fell out the dang.
It's like you having full-on conversations with him. But hey, do your job. Go in there.
Like,
Make sure you
he
ain't,
like,
you ain't
he's
rolled
up.
out.
I heard him crying. I'm like, what do you mean? I hope this mug ain't. Oh Lord Jesus, I may have to run upstairs.
Oh boy, all right.
Let's talk about this Bears defense here for a second while I get that together. What the heck is going on here? Let's finish it out with this, Jordan JC, because defense. We've talked a little bit about it, but man, they truly do look ready. I didn't say now in this game, right? They looked dominant. I haven't said the Bears defense looked dominant versus, the Bills first team when they were out there. I said it looked good, right? You got some takeaways there. People were trying to make it seem like Josh Allen basically wasn't fighting back. He was. You know what I mean? It wasn't that Josh Allen was just out there like, oh, I can't figure anything out. He's still the MVP, went out there, he balled out. But in this game, I mean, are you
talking about the practice or this
talking
game?
about in the joint practice?
Oh, okay.
In this game, though, I mean, Sean Buscelli, 1 for 4, 11 yards. Mike White, 4 for 11, 54 yards. Mitchell Trubisky, 7 for 13, 55 yards. Could not move the ball down the field. Nope. Frank Gore Jr. ran the ball pretty well, actually. 8 carries for 51 yards, 6.4 yards per carry. But outside of that, why am I having a stroke right now? Outside of that, you truly didn't have a running game last night for the Buffalo Bills, and the Bears were getting the football back for the offense on a consistent basis. You want to know the difference in time of possession last night?
What do we got?
Chicago Bears had the football for 39 minutes and 12 seconds. The Bills had the football for 20 minutes.
Wow. That's a huge discrepancy.
You had a 19-minute difference in time of possession last night because you had a defense that was consistently getting the team off the field. Again, that is not Josh Allen standing out there. That's not the first team offensive line standing out there. I understand that there is a difference. But when I talk about the team looking ready, looking consistent, that is what I mean.
I think you can find success in also what it's supposed to look like. Like I mentioned earlier, not every single first string defensive, player was out there. Josh Allen clearly wasn't out there. I don't believe the wide receiver from Florida State was out there.
Keon Coleman, no, he wasn't out there.
Keon Coleman wasn't out there. So, I mean, there's pieces that clearly
they changed the outlook of the game.
They're going to start, but what does it look like without those pieces? You clearly had an advantage, and that's what you're supposed to do. It's like you're doing the things you're supposed to do. When the stars are not out there, when the better players are not out there, are you still struggling? Are you scraping and scrambling, baby, or are you actually getting it done? Are you getting it done? And you're getting it done. It looked like it was a clear advantage for the better players that were on the Bears side. And again, like you mentioned, going back to the defense in particular, all they needed for that first couple of reps to show how aggressive it was. I mean, out the gate, again, tackle for loss by Javon, and I think it was like another tackle from what's his name? I feel like Ruben Hippolyte was in there. There was a tackle for loss or a sack by Billings a little bit later on in the game. Like you saw,
Booker got one.
Players. Yeah, you saw a lot of different players continue to show, hey, we're ready. This is going to be a constant theme, that aggression that the Bears are playing with, that the defense is playing with. The only unfortunate thing is, you got a guy like Terrell Smith who, I mean, I don't think, did we get a diagnosis officially yet? Or
we haven't.
Still just saying it's a leg injury?
We haven't gotten a official diagnosis on anything yet. Austin Booker also left the field suffering an injury during return coverage on special teams. He was in the tent. Dom Robb left the field due to injuries. Deion Hankins left the field due to injury. Terrell Smith, of course, is the scary one because it was non-contact. You saw him covering his face. Like. You saw him grabbing the knee. You kind of know. but we got to wait for the official diagnosis. But I mean, that one feels like that's a blow. Listen, I've talked about how confident I am in the defensive backs room a ton. I feel like that's one of the strongest positions on the team. I still do. I'm really happy that you have Tyreek Stevenson, you have Nashawn Wright, and whoever else is going to be the person that steps up in there, because we know that the DB guys on this team, basically whoever that scout is, just keeps finding guys. But you saw your team take a little bit of a hit last night. And I know people are going to look at it and say, well, he's the third string DB. It was like, yeah, but you quickly become second string and or first string in the NFL.
Yeah.
So having that guy there that you can rely on, that you can count on, is a good thing to have. And I hated to see him go down like that.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Like you said, you kind of can tell what it could be or what it is, but we never want to speculate until we get the official news. But my thing is, also with Austin Booker, I feel like Austin Booker is coming for that starting right tackle. Oh, Dio Deng, but that's another one I saw. I saw Dio Deng. I'm already impressed with him. The speed off the edge for Dio, I believe he got in there 2-4 pressure before they let the first string defense fully, get off the field. He looks like he's going to be a really good pickup. You're not going to question his motor, but Austin Booker, hopefully there's nothing lingering with that, because he seems like he's ready to upgrade or not upgrade, but showcase, what he did in the offseason to get ready for this year, because he looks very impressive.
Austin does look impressive. I ain't gonna lie to you. And hopefully, his injury doesn't keep him out too long. I think the fact that he's getting the opportunity and he's taking advantage of it, like, you got to find a way to utilize him. You got to find a way to use him on that edge. And I don't think that he's going to be just somebody who, goes on the back burner like he ended up doing in Flus's defense. Because remember, he was doing this last preseason, his rookie year.
Yeah.
We were impressed by it. We were excited by it. And it didn't end up, you didn't see him a ton on the field. Now it's like, I don't know how he's not going to be on the field, because you're going to have guys who you're going to need somebody on that opposite edge. Again, the one thing I want to see, what does he look like if he's in that rotation with the ones?
Yeah.
I want to see what you look like versus a number one defense. Unfortunately, we probably won't see that till week 1, but right now this Bears team clicking on all cylinders, Jordan JC, and I'm excited about that. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We're going to get up out of here. Of course, we'll have more content coming you guys' way throughout the day, but stay tapped in with us for everything here Chicago related on the Windy City Breeze. Hey, Cubs got a dub, didn't they? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, barely,
Cub
but
dub.
they got it.
No Cub dub.
Yeah.
I like it.
Milwaukee finally lost, too. Jeez.
Yeah. Milwaukee finally lost. Your tides are turning. And those White Sox, you shut your mouth. Hey, man, for Mr. Medium Stuff, Jordan JC, is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. I got to go make sure this baby's all right up there. I see a 4-year-old to watch this baby. That's scary. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bedtime. One love. Peace.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
That man's rolling out of bed.
Bro, as soon as he got to the point where he could start moving around, he was like, let's see what this is like. Oh!
Experiment on my life.
Bro, I done had to catch my mans a couple of times.
Oh, man, that ain't good.
Just me running over to him, just being like, stop doing that. Yeah, you can throw that in there to finish out the show. Yeah, look at that. Oh, little crit. Give it a second. And we got foul.